Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, with an update to the pretty crazy story that emerged out of nowhere, which is Jenn Tran, Bachelorette Jenn's ex, Devin. They were engaged for a brief time, didn't make it to the final episode, and he is back on Instagram, doubling down, making fun of Jenn's new fling, her professional dancer, Sasha. Well, now Jenn and Sasha have responded to Devin. I'm going to share exactly what they have to say, what Jenn compares it to, and trust me, she doesn't mince her words, and we love to hear her share her opinion. Tonight is not the last episode of Dancing with the Stars. There's a couple episodes left, but Jenn was voted out this past week, and she's still kind of in the dancing world here. She talks about whether or not she's going to go back to PA school, and shares a lot of good information. So we're going to get into all of that right now. Before I share what she had to say about Devin, here's a clip from Jenn discussing the rumors around her relationship with Sasha.
You guys are still hanging out. I love that. This is not helping the rumor mill. So what's the deal? What's going on? Are you ready to define the...
What? Wait, are there rumors? What are the rumors about? Tell me.
People think y'all are really dating in real life.
What?
Do you want to set the record straight here yet?
How do you take it away?
We're just here to watch an amazing movie called Wicked. We're feeling really wicked.
What happened to the dancing? I thought we were all about the dancing.
We are, but we got eliminated.
What? We did?
You guys are here together, though, so what does that mean?
We're here to dance. I'm here to try to get on Broadway, so I'm here to prove my skills.
There they are. Chaotic, obviously dancing, or if they could dance as well as they could dance around that question, maybe they'd still be on the show. But hey, I mean, look, this is why people go on Dancing with the Stars. You get paid a couple $100,000, and then you get to have a blast. You get to be a creative, artistic side, and it always makes people look better. Because, you know, you come off of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, you're in your worst state. You're dramatic. You're dealing with all the ugly emotions of relationships, and this is just all love right here. Here's one more thing she had to say about Dancing with the Stars before we get into what she had to say about Devin. The Bachelorette v. Dancing with the Stars. Which is better? What are the differences?
Do Bachelor and Dancing with the Stars compare production-wise?
Well, I'm not making out with 25 guys on Dancing with the Stars. On The Bachelorette, you're very open and vulnerable with your emotions. And on Dancing, I'm not talking about my feelings all that much. You're emotionally vulnerable just dancing. And so, like, I get hyper aware sometimes when I'm trying to do a sexy move or something, and I'm like, oh, I don't look sexy, I don't feel sexy. And then I get even more in my head because I'm like, oh, somebody's capturing this. The first week I blacked out. Like, I have no idea what I did on that stage. There's an aspect of it being a live performance where you know you can't mess up and you can't unchange it. Like, the world is going to remember it that way forever, that you're like, oh, so it's emotionally vulnerable in a different way.
There it is. Emotionally vulnerable in a different way. You know who's being emotionally vulnerable using big words is Devin. So Devin, and again, this was on his Instagram. So as far as he didn't take this fight to other people, but he definitely took it to his Instagram. People were trolling him on his photo, and someone said, Jenn found a great guy. His name is Sasha. Devin said that's a girl's name. Someone said it's actually a gender-neutral name with Slavic, Ukrainian, Russian origins. So then we have a response from Sasha. He says the name Sasha is short for Alexander. You know who else had the name? The same name, Alexander the Great. So there it is. Again, just having fun with this nonsense. Of course, yesterday we shared that Ezra also got in on the melee. Ezra, of course, a fellow dancer and friend there. And then Devin got, you know, he what do they say? If they go low, we go high. Well, Devin goes lower. Devin should be in the limbo Olympics here, because he can go low under that bar. And you know, maybe he likes doing this. This might be his crazy personality type, and I don't think it's good. But at the same time, I think this is what you see from a person who doesn't care what Bachelor Nation thinks of him. I don't think it's great to unnecessarily ruffle any feathers in Bachelor Nation, because people, they'll just never let you hear the end of it. Again, advice I would give anyone who's watching this: don't comment on Devin's Instagram. Let the guy go live his life. You know what I mean? Go live yours. You're just going to be stooping to his low level. But some people get off on that. You get some weird dopamine rush when you comment negative things on a villain. I'll never understand it. Anyhow, I'm not judging. I'm just like, I don't get it. So anyhow, let's go to Jenn Tran. She said, ask me anything to distract me from the fact that I'm not dancing tomorrow. And of course, a lot of people are going to be asking about Devin.
How do
we already shared that. Let's keep it going here. Opinion on the Zach Bryan and Brianna chicken fry drama. Okay, before I share what Jen has to say about that, if you aren't caught up to date, Zach Bryan is a country musician. Brianna Chicken Fry is a podcaster on Barstool Network on the BFFs podcast. They broke up. He offered her $12 million to sign an NDA so that she wouldn't share how bad of a guy he was. She turned that down, did not get paid anything extra from her boss, but turned it down because she did not want to be silenced. Pretty cool story. Of course, she said that he was, emotionally abusive and all these things. So Jen's response was comparing to that situation. I feel so sad that this is happening to her. I know exactly what it's like to be gaslit, manipulated, mentally abused, isolated, etc. We need to hold men accountable for their actions. The thing is, this is going to blow over, and ZB will still have many people by his side that won't hold him accountable, and ZB will see nothing wrong with his behavior, and more people will be hurt as a result. Well, at the very least, I hope Zach gets therapy. I hope he realizes he needs therapy, and he's probably got some sort of, whatever disorder, attachment. I don't know what his issues are, but normal people don't do, emotionally abusive things. Jen then went on to say, also just crazy respect for her for turning down $12 million to speak her story and tell her truth. She's helping so many other people in mentally abusive relationships, and I respect her so much for going through this breakup so publicly. I gotta be honest, I don't know many people who would turn down $12 million. But then again, when you really think about it, she has her her content is her brand. So for her to not take the NDA, she might not make $12 million back talking about it, but it's really hard to even put a number on what her own story may be worth to her in the long run. You have no idea. So good on her for that. Okay, so let's go down to what Jen had to say next.
Everybody has been
Question, hey, are you still working on becoming a PA?
asking this question, and the short answer to this is yes, I am going back to PA school. Being in medicine is something that I've just been pursuing my entire life, and it wouldn't be right to not, and I just feel the most fulfilled working as a PA. So I will be going back to school. I will be getting that degree.
But
the timeline of things, I'll just make a separate video kind of discussing that further, because I know everybody has been so curious, but I am going back and I'm excited to do so.
So I've always said, hey, go back if you want, don't go back if you don't want. And some people have said, oh, Dave, you shouldn't be discouraging people from getting their education. And like I've said, imagine if she was so strict on going back that she turned down Bachelorette or Dancing with the Stars. You know what I mean? It's like, no offense, but what do you love more, going to PA school or dancing on Dancing with the Stars? Obviously that doesn't last forever. Or does it? Look at Alfonso Ribeiro. He Paso Doble'd his way into a hosting gig after that. So again, I'm not saying she can't do both things. It's just kind of tough when the PA school is probably so arduous and hard to negotiate free time, and when you've got all of this creative energy going into something else. You guys know where I stand on it. Pursue the creative thing. But again, some people love being the good. I got family that's a doctor. Go, good for them. We all need doctors. We need healthcare professionals. Nothing against it. Just do whatever makes you feel happy. But my point is, Jen, don't go back to PA school because you feel the pressure of people telling you to go back to PA school. Do the hell you want. So here we go. Next one. Have you had any fillers or work done? It's just lip filler with my girl. Okay, so there it is. Lip filler. Ugh. Watching lip filler get done is just so disgusting to me. Although, hey, look, they look good. What are you going to do? Lips look good. They say filler. Look, I'm not here to judge. As long as something's good for you, not bad for you. They say, oh, well, filler dissolves. But then I heard from someone that they said, turns out the filler doesn't always dissolve. And then after X amount of years, they find it floating around your face. Again, don't take my word for it. I am not an esthetician. I don't have filler, as you can see. 39-year-old wrinkles right here. What are you going to do with that? That's okay. Those are pride marks. Those means, I've seen things in the tanning bed I used to go to. Okay. Anyhow, but hey, do what you want to do. But she's, you just got to be careful. When you're so beautiful, you got to be careful to not overdo it. Who was it recently that toned it down? I think one of the Kardashians was like, I've had to tone it down. It's like, yeah, good idea. Because God made us in his image, right, Maddie Pruitt? Okay. Hey, that's That's a Bible quote, so it must be real. I literally love it out here so much I want to stay for as long as possible until I have to go back to PA school, and then most likely would love to move here after school. So when does PA school start? I guess we don't know. So she does a outfit there, and honestly, I miss Dancing with the Stars show days so much. I thought I'd be fine today because I've had some time to process, but truly, I'm so sad I don't get to share dance with you guys tomorrow. I don't remember which dance this was from. Was this the Halloween one? So she will not be dancing. Are you going on the Dancing with the Stars tour? She says, I really hope so. I do anything to dance again. Yeah, her and Sasha would be great if they could keep that party going. What is your favorite dance you did on Dancing with the Stars? The Foxtrot to Archer was so beautiful. I love dancing this one so much because it flowed so beautifully every time, and I felt so comfortable and emotional, empowered. So there it is. Very nice. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, she did great, you know? For someone who came into it with no dance experience, she did great. Who are you closest to on the Dance with the Stars cast besides Sasha? I miss my girl, Chandler Kinney. I'll be voting for my bestie, Boo. She works so hard, and I don't know what I would have done without her. Let's be honest. This might sound controversial, but if Chandler Kinney doesn't win Dancing with the Stars, there's a huge problem. Like, look, Joey's doing great. Chandler Kinney is essentially a professional dancer. Like, I would love to watch a a winner's season of Dancing with the Stars that had her, Charlie D'Amelio. You could throw Caitlin Bristow in there. You know, throw all the winners into one. Alfonso Ribeiro. Yeah, imagine that. Just throw them all into one season. Last question. Hi, how are you taking care of your mental health? I ghosted my therapist while I was on Dancing with the Stars because I was so busy, so I will be texting her back because I think it's so important to take the time to process things with an unbiased perspective. The true healing starts now. All right, well, there's your update on Jen Tran. So she gave an answer about Devin through her answer about Zach and Brianna Chicken Fry. You know, hey, she looks like she's thriving, so we're happy for her. You know, there isn't much else you can do other than try to live your best life, not in spite of your ex, but because you don't even care about your ex. And I'm sure she's 1,000% over him. Sadly for him, he's got a lot of work he needs to do. Dude, just log off social media and go work on you. That's all I can say about that. All right. Well, we'll see you for our next piece of content. It'll be the Afternoon Rush. Search The Rush Hour with Dave Neal, and you can catch our morning and afternoon podcast twice a day, every day. I'm in New York, if you didn't notice. So if you happen to be in New York City and want to come to my last stand-up show of the year here in 2024, it's at the Stand tonight at 10 p.m. And I'll be interviewing a Bachelor alum. So if you go to patreon.com/Dave Neal, you'll be a part of the conversation that talks about who I'm interviewing, what we plan to talk about, and that episode will be out publicly on the Rush Hour this weekend. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye, everyone.